tone, there's some real money in the room.
Right. Okay. So the Grape Street Crips come. You join. How does your family feel about this? Did y'all ever have that conversation?
Yeah. My little brother's also a member.
Okay.
It's me and my little brother.
So did that happen because of you? Like your influence on him, it was like boom. Or was that the thing to do back then?
No, he was down, so he got put down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
If I can ask, how'd your mother feel?
Well, we never hid nothing from mama. Like
it
my
just
mama
was
my
what
best
it was.
Friend. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to her.
Right.
Respected my mama. She passed, but I always respected my mama. As a
Right.
grown man, I never cussed in front of my mama.
Right.
Didn't do none of that.
So gang life back then, gang culture back then, what was it like? Like what was you wake up from the time that you wake up to the time that you get with your homeboys? What's going on?
Way of life, like a real life way of life. What I mean by is like that was a religion to us.
Right.
Sound crazy, but it's real. That's the way we lived. Certain way we dress, certain way we walk, certain way we stand. You woke up with the homeboys, not waking up and then going to meet the homeboys. We had Crip Houses where it might be 10, 15 Crip niggas live in there.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I do, and I remember you guys talking about the Crip Houses. So can you explain like the idea of the Crip Houses? Like what made you guys get houses in the first place?
Cause you had some of the homies didn't have nowhere to go. Mamas and daddies, dope fiends, crackheads, shot dope. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Didn't have nowhere to go. So that's how we are, a unit. Unity.
Right.
Man, you ain't gotta go get no room. You got a room here. You know what I'm saying? It's a Crip house.
And somebody, one of the big homies, one of the OGs decided that we gonna put a spot up for you.
Nah, it wasn't the big homies, it was us. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. And I only ask because you don't see that today.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna break it down.
So that's a different kind of mentality.
I'm gonna break it down to you. When we got put on, a bunch of us got put on with cripping. A bunch of our big homies got locked right up.
As soon as,
just like, you know, transpiring.
Right.
They got locked up. We didn't get the education. We didn't get the knowledge of cripping. We didn't get that. It's shit we had to take on our own. And us being from the streets, such as myself, a hustler such as myself, common sense. Feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Common sense to look out for my little homies. It was just common sense. It wasn't something
that's just what you did.
Right. It wasn't something that my OG told me.
Right.
Let's just be honest.
Well, how did you feel like your OGs getting locked up? Because I remember last time we spoke about the generation today, and one of the reasons that they are the way they are is because they didn't have the guidance. Because they big homies were locked up.
Right.
Y'all were locked up. So, in a sense, what you're telling me is something similar happened back in your day.
Right. When my big homie locked up, I took my common sense, like I say, and me being from the streets. And what I felt like I was supposed to do. It wasn't something that my big homie told. Right. It's just something that I already knew. Right. My little homie, man, it's my home, boy. Ain't got nowhere to go. Let's get a spot, man, where we all can chill.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That wasn't something, hey, the big homie, hey, y'all need to get a spot and do this. No. Right. That was just something we did. We was having that type of money.
Right. So, now, back in those days, the Crips were unified. It wasn't really a big separation between the Grapes and...
Well, the reason why, because we was all on the Southside when it started.
Right.
We was all on the Southside when it started. In the West Side. That's different. But for us, the Southside, we was all there. Okay. Like I said before, we was already homeboys growing up together before cripping even came. Right. So we was already partners.
Can you tell me like a wild story that took place while you was cripping back in the day? I mean that, you know, a story that you can tell. I'm just, and the reason I asked, let me break down the reason I asked. So the reason that I asked is to kind of give a vivid visual representation, because some of the stuff you're saying can go over people's heads. Like you can say things like it was real. A lot of people don't know what real is today. And so my definition of real and what you actually experience may not be the same thing.
Correct. I'm going to say this without, you know. One night, Menace to Society came out, the movie. We all go to Menace to Society. We in the club, we in the movie theater out here off Brian Urban. Okay. Right? West Side. So, we in here deep. When I say deep, it's basically we took the movie over. took it over. Coming home, I'm getting to what was weird and crazy this night. Coming home, we all met up on Evans, and we all was out here kicking it. Gang unit come through there. Sergeant from Weed and Seed. Anybody know anything about that back then? It was Weed and Seed. Kind of like SRT today. It was Weed and Seed back then. And one of the homies like flipped the Weed and Seed man off. Right? Sergeant, he burned off. We all go to the Crip House, which was a block away from where we kicked it at. Right. On the cut. And I step out the door, man, there's probably 100 Crips in this house this night. Literally, no exaggeration. And anybody will vouch for this story that I'm telling you. We step outside, look up the street. Man, there's probably 50, 60 cars of police gathering up. Right. So in this house, man, we got so much heat and so much dope. We can't let them come in this house. You feel me? Right. So I tell everybody, man, get out. We gotta go. You know what I'm saying? If they gonna get us away from the house. So my thinking.
Everybody's in the house, there's dope in the house, there's heat in the house, and the law's outside.
They up the street.
They come.
Gathering up.
Right.
In our mind, they coming.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The way we thinking, oh, they finna come. They know we down here, they coming. To make a long story short, we wind up everybody getting out the house.
Right.
Police seals. There they go.
So they didn't know where you were at?
No. There they go. It's really, that's what's crazy about it, because we really did it to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? All we had to do was stay in the house. That's it. But our mind's so crazy and tricks on us and shit, and so much shit in here, we like, man, we gotta get out of here. Right. Well, when the police see us, here it is, a chase. You can imagine. 40, 50 niggas running every type of way. 40, 50 laws chasing them every type of way. Yeah. That night, probably like 20, 25 of us got caught. Took us out to jail for evading arrest.
Well, I mean, you know, y'all didn't take a big charge, evading arrest charge.
Oh, shit. I did. Okay. My bond was $20,000.
For an evading arrest charge?
For evading arrest. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. Because evading arrest is a Class C misdemeanor.
Right. So why would your bond be $20,000?
My bond was $20,000 because it was Carlos. That's plain and simple. Right. Out of everybody in there, my bond was $20,000. His bond was $200. His bond was $500. His bond was $300. My bond was $20,000.
So I'm glad you brought up that point. Let's go ahead and get there. Like, when was your first interaction with the police?
My first interaction with the police was I was like 10.
10 years old.
Yeah, juvenile.
Okay, so you grew up in the juvenile system. You went through the system, the boys' home, and
yeah,
so on and so forth. Can you kind of elaborate on like how was that for you?
I was bad. I mean, I was bad. I was a bad kid. Yeah. You know, I can't sugarcoat it. I was bad. Yeah. We always basically gangbang. It just colors came in. It was different. Right. We had cliques. We always had a clique. Right. We used to do breaking the houses. You know, steal cars, shit like that. Right. Okay. And so I guess when did you become Carlos? Like I feel like when I became CLOS.
There we go.
Yeah. Carlos, I'm already been Carlos. When I became CLOS, when I probably started selling dope. Right. In probably 87. Okay. 1987.
Okay. And so the police, I guess, like, what I'm trying to figure out is how did the police know you were CLOS? How did they know you were the man?
Like I say, before the colors came, we was already sold dope. Okay. And we was already bad characters. Right. You know what I'm saying? We didn't need the colors to do the shit we was doing. We was already not to be played with. Type shit. So the laws knew that too. Okay. You know? It was like cat and mouse. That's just true. It was like cat and mouse. The police knew we sold dope. It's your job to catch us. That's how we felt.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.